We've got a little side project today. We're going to be installing a steel sprocket. We're going to replace our plastic sprocket. Sorry, words. This is a Strike Maker aftermarket metal sprocket. So the first thing we're going to do, I've got it in 10 pin up at the next gen, and we're off at the switch here. We're going to turn the machine on. And stop it on the stroke limiter. So now that we've got the machine off, we're going to take this guard and that guard off. So we need to unclick those, and then we're going to take these guards. I'm just going to set them up over here out of the way. Because we're on the stroke limiter and our crank arm is pointing up, we don't have any tension on this chain, so we can simply take it off just like that. And then we're gonna need snap ring pliers, and we will remove this plastic OEM gear. Pardon me, I said gear. Technically it's a sprocket. Let's see if I can do this with 90-degree snap ring pliers. There we go. There are a couple of different methods. I'm going to try 17mm pry bar method. No, I don't have enough room back there. So let me grab some flat blade screwdrivers. Let's see how easy this is going to be. Not as easy as anticipated, huh? I'm going to grab a second screwdriver. So we're going to wedge one in back here, and the other one is going to go on that side, and we will pull them in tandem. Let's see if this is going to work. It should, but sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. We have other methods. I bumped you. Okay. This one is going to be a little more difficult. That's okay. There we go. We got her started. Can we get it all the way off though? Maybe. Maybe. I think we can. I think we just need to be a little stronger about it. That's okay. I see where it's at. It's in the flat gutter down there. I'll pick it up in a minute. No biggie. So let's bring our new part in. Kind of got her squared up pretty good. Loud noise warning though, we are going to be hammering this on. We've got a socket that is slightly bigger than the shaft, but it's not bigger than the inner race of the bearing. We don't want to be hitting the dust seals with this. Oh, did you see that? That's interesting. Can you see in there? Our sprocket has shifted from the bearing. Crazy. Okay. Well, this is unexpected. Let's go ahead and we will add a couple of dabs of reinforcement, liquid reinforcement. I have to tap this back on. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, cool. I'm not super duper worried because there's not a lot of side load. But there's my snap ring pliers and my Snap ring. Uh-oh, there it is. Okay. Snap ring coming back in. And we are done. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think we're good. We need to get our guards back on. We'll turn the machine back on and then jump on to something else. Let's take a closer look. This is the one that came off of the machine, and this is a brand new plastic one that has never been used. But let's take a close look if we can. Let's see if we have any noticeable wear and tear. It doesn't look like it, huh? Let's see if maybe we can zoom in a little closer. That might be a little better. Yeah, pretty minimal. We've got 6 years of runtime on this Sprocket, so I think that's a pretty good testament to a good preventive maintenance program as far as lubricating chains and you know, keeping things down like jam calls, right? I know that sometimes people have issues with these, like cracking or the teeth starting to wear out. But a lot of those, you know, you can kind of trace that back to a lack of preventive maintenance, right? So as the rollers in the chains wear out, they kind of get further and further apart, and you're adding stress onto the teeth. The same thing with cracking the plastic. That can happen a lot when you have chronic jams and your setting table, you know, lifting up is encountering a bind repeatedly, you know, over a long period of time. Those jam calls can stress the plastic out too, you know, and over time I'm sure the plastic, you know, can degrade, maybe become brittle. These haven't yet. I know these machines are about 6 years old, so, you know, I don't know what they're gonna look like, you know, over the next 25 years, but I think a metal part here certainly isn't a bad thing, but it shouldn't be a crutch too, for maybe lack of a stellar preventive maintenance plan either.